It starts with a piece of wood, red cedar preferably. Bit by bit, a shape is cut out, a series of symbols and connections sculpted in.
Could be connected to an individual, it could be connected to a family, it could be connected to a clan, it could be memorializing someone. So there's all these different functions, for lack of a better term, that these monumental carvings would have.
They are seen in museums across the world, might be Vancouver's most viewed tourist attraction, and today totem poles are often returned to their home communities. Symbols become powerful not because of what they look like, but because of what they represent. And in British Columbia, totem poles have represented different things to different people at different times.
Totem pole to me is like this artificial construct.
Jordan Wilson is the Museum of Anthropology's curator for Pacific Northwest and contemporary Indigenous art. He's Musqueam, and the museum sits on Musqueam land. Totem poles weren't as much of their tradition, yet they came to represent the entire Northwest Coast region, a pan-Indigenous symbol grafted on to newly drawn political boundaries.
The image of the totem pole started to represent the communities, the cultural groups of this region, but also Canada, British Columbia, became part of a marketing strategy.
Today, historians who study Canadian symbols note the irony of those choices.
They're getting excited about the totem pole as a symbol of Canada at the exact moment that the federal government is continuing to suppress Indigenous culture, banning the potlatch, preventing Indigenous people from being able to fight cases in court, right? So ironically, you are suppressing the very culture that you are then turning around and elevating and celebrating as being distinctly Canadian.
That history gives Wilson pause when he thinks about people who visit totem poles and marvel at their beauty.
I don't know if pride is the word, but a sense of recognition and who we are and our connection.
At the same time, he thinks about the people behind the totems, the carvers, who made them, and reflects on their own stories.
And I want to really highlight that history of dispossession, of colonial theft, of land, of culture. On the other hand, there was and is a sense of agency in terms of our ancestors and the artists in our communities who make the choice to actively engage and to respond to the changing world and the work that they make.
It is a long and layered story. It is a complicated story. But so long as totems mean many things to many people, it will be a strong symbol of British Columbia and all that represents. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Vancouver.